Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Blessed Be the Fruit. The ingredients you need are some ice cubes, 3 to 4 ounces of pineapple or orange juice, 2 ounces of Malibu coconut rum, some grenadine maraschino cherries, and some pineapples and orange slices. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to add your ice to the glass, add the juice, Malibu, and stir. Drizzle in the grenadine, garnish with the cherries, pineapple, and or orange slice, and serve immediately. Blessed be the fruit, ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody has been watching Handmaids Tale. Welcome back to CockTales Dirty Discussions, you guys.
Hey,
how are
y'all.
you?
Hey, girl. I am doing good. And yes, somebody has been watching Handmaid's Tale. I'm addicted to it. Like, I love it.
I like it too. I'm not caught up on this season. Somebody literally just texted me on my way over here and was like, have you caught up? I said, no,
Me
I haven't.
neither.
So he said that it's been the best season, this current season.
So the current season is 4.
Yeah.
I'm on 2. I'm a late bloomer. I just started the show.
Yeah, you got a lot to watch.
I
It's
do.
good. And if you haven't seen it, you should see it. This is not an ad. We just like the show.
We just love the show. It's something great to watch. But I've been great. I went to Miami last week. Stayed for about 5 days with some of the girls from Temptation Island.
5 days is a long girl's
It
trip.
was a lot, girl. Folks got in fights every night, but then we made up. And
Oh, my goodness.
Blessed be the fruit. Praise
What were
be.
y'all fighting about?
It was
The
drunk
petty
stuff. It was
Oh.
like drunk stuff. That was, you left us at the club. And it was like,
You
no
didn't
one
order
left
any
you.
food. Yeah.
You were drunk and insisted on staying, and my undrunk ass wanted to go home. Miami is one of those places for me where it's like, I don't love Miami. It's like after college, and I felt this way for a minute, but a lot of them had never been. So I wasn't going to be the one person on the trip like, no, let's switch it all because I don't love Miami. It was great to see my girlfriends. We got to bond, hang out. Paid $150 to go into a strip club, bro.
Who
Never
paid
done
that?
that in my life. All 8 of us.
It was
8 of us.
It was $150 each,
per
or
person, per woman. We have vaginas. And it was
where
not
were the penises?
in there, not cute. And then there was like, we went to 11, and it was like, I had never
haven't
been
heard
to
of it.
11 before. Everybody was talking it up like, y'all gotta go to 11, y'all gotta go to 11. I never need to go to 11 again. I actually
Now,
want
who were
my
you with
150
again?
back. I was with some of my girlfriends from Temptation Island.
No, well.
One of the girls, shout out to Rachel, because I love Rachel. Rachel is just like, we're verified on Twitter. It was she walked up to the guy at the entrance, and she's like trying to explain like who we are. We're on
would've been
Temptation
so
Island.
embarrassed.
I was at the back of the line. I was like, what's going on up there? Like, what are we talking about? I didn't even
Yeah.
know nothing about 150 yet. I was like, bro, just chill. He was like, what's that? It's a 150. It was hilarious, bro. It was hilarious. I was just in the back like, wow, I guess we're paying 150. We were already embarrassed. We paid the 150. That was like the only night that we didn't have fun. We had a boat day, which was great. Boat days are always great. No, you don't like boats?
I always get seasick.
Really?
Every time I take the stuff that everybody's like, do you take this stuff? Yes, I take this stuff because I have no problem taking medicine, but it never fails.
Like you'll throw up or you just feel?
I throw up.
Oh my goodness.
When we went to Lake Travis in Austin for Sandra's bachelorette party a few years ago, we had a boat day. I missed all of the group pictures because I had thrown up and I felt so horrible. I had to go below deck and take a nap in one of the bedrooms.
Good thing I had a bedroom.
Yeah.
You gotta have them bedrooms on the boat in case you want to fuck or you get sick.
Oh.
Speaking of sick, I've been having this constant allergic reaction, Kiki. So if
To
my
what?
lip, I don't know yet. I got the allergy test, went to the doctor, got the shot, and nothing is helping. I don't know. My mom seems to think that I've somehow got allergic to my dog, and I just am like,
You might.
that cannot be it. Because if I've had the broad for 10 years, I don't even know
Not the
who I would
broad.
give her to. Like, I'm just like, she would die. Anyways, if my lips randomly swell up while we're recording or while we go out tonight, don't pay it any mind. It looks like I got it. Last night, it looked like I had lip injections just on this side. It was so cute.
Oh, but it was only on one side?
It was like right in the middle. So it was weird, but it was
Did you
cute,
take a
bro.
picture?
I wish I would have.
You should have, not to post it, but just to have it.
It was very cute. I was like, I see why the girls do this.
Oh my God.
How you been? What's up? How was Texas?
I've been doing well. So I went to Houston, Austin, and what's the other place? Dallas.
Oh, you traveling?
I mean, I guess. Great state of Texas. I had a really good time. I went kayaking. I think that was my favorite part.
Oh.
My mom was very surprised that I enjoyed it so much. And I was like,
Did she go?
She went to these cities, but she didn't kayak with us. She was like, no, I'm going to stay on land. I'll hold the purses. Because some of the kids didn't want to do it. Some of them were scared. And some of only one of my aunts did it. But we took my nieces, the 2 older nieces. So we had a really good time. Me and Gianna were a team. We had the Unicorn Cruiser. That's what we named our kayak. And she was really getting into the little counts and rowing. Like, we were moving. We had a really good time. So we went out there to see the bats. Those bats look like mosquitoes. They look so small, you could barely see them. And I was like, why do people flock to this bridge to see the bats and you can barely see the bats?
Do you go like under it and get to look up at them?
So what you do is, we did go under the bridge, but then you come back. So you want to come back to one side of the bridge. I forget if it was east or west, but you go on one side of the bridge because they come out from under the bridge and fly over to these trees at night to eat.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, so we did that, and then we were tired, hungry, everything. But we did that. We did a scavenger hunt. We did a couple other things. I vlogged the whole thing, so I'll be posting that soon.
That's cute.
And then I went to Dallas, spent some time with my siblings that didn't come on the trip, and some more time with my mom. And then before I did all of that, I saw my dad and some friends in Houston. So I'm good on Texas for a little bit, but I had a really good time. And then next, I've been trying to do a lot of family trips. I want to really spend as much time with my family, especially as everybody's getting older. People are growing up. The kids are getting in activities, so now they're busy. They can't just come because they're not babies anymore. So I think I'm going to go. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to Louisiana next and visit that branch of family. And I am working on a girls. Well, I'm not working on it, but I'm kind of working on it because ain't no plans being made for real. So I'm just trying to make sure we have a backup plan for one of my friends' birthdays that's coming up. So we're going to Punta Cana.
Ooh.
So I'm like, oh God, and it's 5 days. It's a long trip.
That's a long time. I'll tell you, somebody gonna get in a fight. But as long as there's love there, you're good.
I think it'll be fine. As long as we have our own rooms, I can retire, go to my room, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, sometimes on the girls' trips, you just have to remind everyone, hey, you guys, we're grown. If some people do want to leave the club, this is an issue we had. Like, when you get to a certain age, we don't always have to stick together. It's safety, safety.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
If someone's like drunk and like blackout, no one's gonna leave you. But if some people are ready to go home and you still want to party, stay and party. You have that option.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't be having those kind of issues because usually that is what it is on the trips. Everybody wants to do everything together. Look, if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Just don't do it.
And it's cool, and nobody needs to be upset about it. I'm not going to be upset if people don't want to do what I want to do, but I'm still going to do it.
Yeah. Now, just a reminder. I am going to Houston on Monday, so I'm hoping I don't get...
Aren't you moving?
I am moving on Thursday. Bro, it's just too much. I'm
swelling up. They don't hear this, girl.
Going to Houston, moving on Thursday.
How long are you staying?
Monday, come back Wednesday, move Thursday. And I cannot wait.
You're a wild girl. You're a very wild girl.
I can't wait to move. I've been living in that studio apartment for too long. I've accumulated way too many things, and now I'm going to have space. I will no longer be in my bedroom and my kitchen and my living room at the same time.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
You can separate those rooms.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm excited.
I feel you. I'm trying to think of anything else interesting has happened. We have some good bonus episodes for you guys. So remember to check us out on Patreon. It's patreon.com/CockTales. If you haven't joined already, you just missed a really fun live that we had.
It was so much fun. Just a quick little snippet. We played a game and we all called men and asked them for money and put it on speakerphone.
It was fun and people were really participating this time. So if you forgot about it, we're sorry that we didn't post enough. We'll give you more reminders for the one in July. But join Patreon. We're going to start doing these lives every month. So we'll get on Zoom together. We're encouraging everybody to participate. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but it just makes it a better time for everybody. And we're all getting to know each other. It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
And we share a lot more on there than we will on here. So join us. It's patreon.com/CockTales.
I have a surprise.
You have a surprise?
We got a surprise. I'm so excited. I love getting stuff in the mail. So Sweet Magnolia sent Kiki and I some glow kits. And one of my most favorite things in it is the glow oil, the glimmer oil. Y'all know I always put bronzer on my chest. mixed in my oil.
I like that one because it has purple.
Yes.
It makes it look iridescent. So she sent us a bunch of different products. This is a Black woman-owned brand, Sweet Magnolia. It's sweetmagnoliashop.com. She has all sorts of products for your skin. There's some scrubs on here. She even has this bar. It's called the Flow Bar, and it's a special soap for when you're on your period. You can use this, and it'll help out.
And then there's the Sweet Pot Rosewater Coconut Oil Soap Bar. I love a
rose
good
water.
rose. Yep, I love a good rose scent.
There's some body scrubs, a ton of really good stuff. She gave us a discount code to share with you guys. It is CockTales. So just go to sweetmagnoliashop.com. The link is in the description, but go to sweetmagnoliashop.com. Use the code CockTales. You get 10% off, and you're going to see us posting about it. So make sure y'all support her and support us.
Thanks, y'all.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, so now we can go ahead and move on to weird sex, and it's very disgusting this week.
Ain't it always?
Sometimes it's just like creepy. Okay, so this week, if you didn't see it, I thought everybody had seen it, but when I was just going over the episode with Medina, she said she hadn't. There is this show on TLC. Now, y'all know I love a trashy reality show where it seems pretty fake, but it's funny because it's just like, who does this outlandish stuff? There's a show called Smothered, and it's where the mothers and daughters, I don't know if they ever have it with mothers and sons, but the mothers and daughters are way, way too close. So this episode, they are in Alabama. It's a mother and daughter. Yes, they're Black. You're not going to think it, but yes, they are. They are so close, aside from waxing each other's vaginas.
No.
And they show them waxing each other's vaginas. There's a clip on YouTube, too. I'm going to see if I can find a clip to put in here, but if I can't, just Google mother and daughter who share sex tapes. That's what they do. They show each other their sex tapes. So the mother said that she showed her daughter her sex tape, and the daughter, she made one, and she decided to show her mom because she wanted to get like some tips. And then the mama was like, oh, maybe you should like arch your back more here, and like giving her some critiques. This reminds me of the porn, the step fantasy porn, except this is this lady's real daughter. Then I know. So then the producers are asking in the interview, like, what happens? Has anybody you've dated felt like it was weird? So the daughter says, yeah, her ex-boyfriend told them that they were sick, which I agree with the ex-boyfriend. That is pretty sick. And the mother was just like, I mean, we're just close. I love to love on her. Something there is not right. And I feel like they done had a couple of threesomes together.
You know they have. They probably even take nude pictures together and send it to people.
Well, they don't take them. They didn't say that they take them together, but they were showing each other their nudes and critiquing.
What's
they take
the
them for
age
each other.
range of the daughter?
Okay, so the daughter she's like 26.
Okay,
and
she's
the mother,
grown.
and the mother is in her late 40s.
That is really crazy. Like, I know we all lived inside of our mothers at one point, and that's really cool to think about, but I think I'm good on sharing sex tapes with my mama. Like,
yeah, it's just, this is the mother and daughter right here.
That's awkward. Even if my mom gets to talking a little too spicy.
Look at them twerking on each other. They were twerking on each other, y'all.
Did she have her at a young age, I wonder?
No.
Like, and they just felt like best friends?
I mean, she had her in her 20s.
Huh. That is really uncomfortable. Like, it's making me uncomfortable. Does she have other kids? Oh, is she married? I bet the daddy be like, oh, man.
Oh, wait, I missed this part. Let me tell y'all this. It says at the time of filming the show, the 26-year-old was 4 months pregnant after she decided to be a surrogate. Who are you being a surrogate for? Is it for her mama?
Praise be.
I don't know. It's some more details, but y'all just search that story or watch the episode on TLC.
And
it's
don't be inspired by it.
Please
not.
don't. But maybe you could just see some clues to be like, is my girlfriend a little too close to her mama? Is my boyfriend too close to his daddy? This is just strange. So,
and if you have to question it, I believe yes.
Could you imagine? What would you do if your boyfriend was like,
me and my daddy be,
or I showed my dad our sex tape and he said I should do this? You think you would like that?
I would be very uncomfortable, and I would not want to come to the family reunion. Like, bro,
I don't want to be here.
I want to go home. I hate it here. Okay, this week, you guys, Kiki and I are just diving into a couple different topics. Something that I wanted to discuss with you is, okay, dating apps. Are you still on them?
I mean, I have a profile, but I'm not really using them, honestly.
So I've lately been active trying to swipe and trying to meet up with people, but it hasn't been working. So I guess I ain't really that good at it. But people have been finding me on Instagram.
I hate that.
And I wanted to know, like, how do you feel when you don't match with someone on a dating app, but they find you on social media?
It's annoying to me. Like, I don't mind people following me. Anyone can follow me. But when they send me a DM and they're like, hey, I saw your profile. I mean, on one hand, I get it. Because what if that was that one person who you accidentally didn't swipe right on and you couldn't go back because you're not paying for the app?
Who is?
You know, and so they saw you, or maybe they missed swiping right on you. I don't know. Or you swipe, you're on Bumble and you match and the 24 hours expires. I get it. But at the same time, it's like the whole point of the apps and having the feature where you have to match each other is so that nobody's reaching out to you that you don't want to. So it's annoying to me.
It's annoying.
I just don't respond though. So it doesn't bother me too much.
To the people that are gonna do it, just don't say, hey, I saw you on Bumble. Just don't say, leave that part out. I'll never know.
That is a great idea.
Because maybe your pictures are bad on the apps and you look better on Instagram.
Or they could be bad there, but maybe you could say something more interesting. I don't know, but yeah, that does bother me.
I want to know if this bothers you. This recently just happened to me.
Probably so.
There is a man in my building who has been trying to talk to me.
Okay.
You know, I have that rule where it's like I'm not dealing with anyone in the building. But you know, I was telling the patrons about that little nigga that I met. He was fine, so he looked like a little bite-sized Chris Brown. But anyways, there's this guy. He always tries to holler, and I have told him no. Like, hey, I'm good. I'm nice about it, though. It's not, we live here. I'm not going to be like, no. So I was in the elevator with him the other day. I'm packing up, taking boxes down, throwing stuff away. And Kara, he asked me what was wrong with my attitude. And I was like,
what? Why?
We're going to call him Alejandro. I was like, what? What do you mean? I'm just like in pajamas, looking raggedy, hair in a bun. He was like, I mean, what's wrong with your energy? And I was like, excuse me? You said hi to me, I said hi to you back. He said, yeah, but like I've been trying to take you out. And I was like,
whoa, are you on drugs? Are the steroids pumping through your body too strong? Like, what the fuck is up?
And I will say, he is very persistent and consistent. It is annoying to me. I'm not interested. He's an attractive man. Mm-hmm. He wants me to know he has money. That's great. I'm not interested because I don't want any issues in my building, bro.
He seemed like he gonna bring you issues.
Right? And so we're on the elevator. He's going to like 9 or something. I'm going up and I was like, oh, he's about to get off. Do you know he blocked the elevator so that it couldn't close? And he was like, I really want to know what's up. He was like, I'm very nice to you every time I see you. Why won't you just give me a chance? And I was like, I don't want to. I was like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm really not interested. He was like, but you could be nice when you see me. You could give me a hug or something. I was like,
what?
Why do I need to I said, do you feel like I owe you a hug, Alejandro? You feel like I owe you that? I'm a grown-ass woman. We are not in high school passing by in the hallways and you're my crush and I'm your crush. You don't know me. I don't know you. I don't owe you anything. A quick hi and bye is okay with me. Mm-hmm. So he's like, that's what I'm talking about. That's how your attitude is. I said, well, how should it be?
Why is he so entitled? I wonder, women who do like him, like, what is he used to? What is the treatment that he typically gets? I don't like that. That would annoy me. I don't owe you shit. I'm not interested. I told you that. So it's not even like I'm toying with your feelings. If I'm not interested, I'm not interested, bro. Move on. If you're such a bad bitch, get somebody else.
He's like,
you got money. You look good.
You stay in a nice car. You have,
so why are you sweating me?
Why are you sweating me? Like,
I know why.
Like, why?
Dick is little. That's what that is. It's little dick energy.
And he's just not used to getting turned down.
It's kind of like being short, super short. He probably isn't used to being turned down, especially if he drives a nice car and he has nice things and he has some money. A lot of women are going to be okay with that. Maybe he should try somebody younger, fresh out of college or in college who needs some debt paid.
Something like that. It was I was like, wow. So then he goes to say, he's like, well, I gave you my number, you never hit me up. I said, because again, I'm not interested. Mm-hmm. He was like, well, what do you do for a living? I said, I do commercial voiceover. He said, okay, well, let me get a commercial. I was like,
a commercial
that's
for
not
what?
how this works. He was like, I got a construction company. He was like, what's your prices? Can you text me? Tell you? I was like, I'll have my agent.
Where are you going to play the commercial?
I'll have
you still
my
have
agent
to have
reach
to play
out to
it.
you. I still don't need to give you my number to do business with you. He was pissed, bro. Pissed. Now when he sees me, he just rolls his eyes.
Do you think he's on drugs?
I don't think so. I think he's just spoiled. Anyways,
how old is he?
I don't know. You know, you can't really tell with black people. He has to be like at least 34. Somewhere between 34 and 43.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. Which brings me to a thing that just popped up in my head. Sometimes when people look good on paper, like they have certain qualities, they just feel so entitled to like get whoever they want. And then they start acting like that. That is annoying. Why is it that you think that people think that they should just have like a good resume? That doesn't work anywhere in life. You can go to a great school, have all of this experience. If somebody knows somebody or they like somebody's personality more, they're going to hire that person. Same with dating. Just because you have a home, a car, a great career, you look okay, doesn't mean that I'm gonna like your personality. You know,
it doesn't mean I'm gonna like you as a person.
You look good on paper, but that's it. You still have to have something with that. Like all of those things are good, but that's not enough.
Another thing, like to add on to your point, when men do that, or women for that matter.
Yeah, because it's everybody.
It is everybody, that sense of entitlement. When people that I meet in my building try to be like flash their things, I'm like, we live in the same building. Did y'all forget that? And another thing is, I pay my own bills. I know we talk about stuff about like things that men will do that is just like a cherry on top, but I pay my own bills. So it's not really, I'm not impressed that you live in this building that I live in and you don't own it. We rent.
Right.
So, like, I be looking at the men like, you really think I'm impressed by the chain?
We all stay in the same building.
And it's rent. No one owns one. You might have some nicer furniture, but it's hilarious. It's the entitlement for me. And that's what he doesn't realize is a big turnoff for me. Like I said, he's attractive, but it's the entitlement. It's like, if I really did give you a chance, would I even get to pick where we go on our dates?
Probably not. You're not gonna get to pick shit. You're supposed to sit down, shut up, and look cute.
Right.
And that wouldn't work for me. I know that much.
And the cute
but
part,
I'm sure y'all knew that already.
Yeah, I mean, it might not work for me even with the cute, because I've been swelling up all types of places. He gonna be like, bitch, what happened? You don't even look the same. Have you had any drunk hookups lately?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, I did.
Oh, what happened? Tell us about it.
This is like a hookup in the sense of like white people hook up. So,
which is have sex, right?
No, I thought it was kissing.
Girl, are we 13?
No, but it was a nasty kiss, bitch. I had to go
Okay.
get tested for COVID. So we were in Miami.
And you just laughing and breathing, particles flying. Did you get all your vaccines?
You know I'm vaccinated.
You know you can still get it, right? Ooh, we're going to have to put a divider up between us.
Oh. So
okay, what happened?
I went to Miami, and the very first night, I was the last one to get there. We had probably the first and the second night were the best nights. And we went to this club called Mangoes that wasn't far from where we were staying.
Okay.
And we go and we're torn between like, because it was a diverse group of girls. Some people want to hear techno music. A lot of people want to hear hip hop. I was like, bro, we go into the hip hop section because that's going to be the funner part. It just is. So we go over to the hip hop side and we meet these guys from Boston. They're like cool. They're like, oh yeah. They did watch Temptation Island. So they got bottles. We're drinking. There was this guy named Brad. Girl, me and Colleen are the hoes of the group. Shout out to Colleen. So I go up to Brad and I'm like, Brad, I want to kiss you. And I'm like drunk and I like grab his head and I start kissing Brad. And then I'm like, now Colleen wants to kiss you. And then Colleen starts kissing Brad. We're just like taking turns. Brad was like, what the fuck is going on?
That's what I'm thinking.
His friends were like, yeah, they were ugly, first of all.
They were like, Miami is a magical city. Like, you came back, I'm over Miami. They're like, you know, Miami is the shit. I gotta go back. Can we go back next weekend?
You ever just hype somebody up and you're just in the moment. So you're like, I don't even care that y'all are ugly and look like little hamburgers. But we were kissing on Brad. Bro. So then like afterwards we go back to Brad's hotel. All the other girls were like, have you ever seen Shallow Hal?
Yes.
You know how he's looking at everybody like they look fine, but really they not. They look like little werewolves. One's a giraffe. The girls are looking at us like, why are y'all on Brad and his crew? Like, they not cute, y'all. They not it. And me and Colleen are just like, well, they're it for us. We're drunk. So we go back to the hotel room with them. And they're like rolling up, smoking and stuff, and we're drinking. I'm sitting on Brad's lap, making him feel so handsome. We kiss, we exchange number. Brad's still hitting me up. And here's what I'm saying.
Why is he still hitting you up? Because you was making love in the club.
But here's the thing. I feel like when you are out of town doing drunk hookups like that, it's like, why are you still hitting me up when I get back to my normal life?
Because they thought that they had a connection, Medina. You were playing a role, and they didn't know you was playing.
But they knew we was all from out of town. So
what? He was ready to fly out to Atlanta.
Brad was
Next
ready.
stop on the choo-choo train is gonna be to Atlanta. I'm coming to Atlanta to see you, boo. He thought that's what's happening, or you were going to Boston. Let me tell you, I met a man in Miami a long time ago, years ago, when I went. He was from London.
Oh, but was he cute?
No, he wasn't cute, but it was the same type of thing. Like, I was just like, well, whatever. I don't care. I'm drunk. I'm having fun. I fucked him. Yeah, I fucked him. We had a good time. And he happened to be coming to Atlanta. So we did keep texting.
Oh, so you do stay connected.
No, this was a long time ago. Not this last time I went to Miami. But he came to Atlanta, so we went out. I fucked him again then. And then he went back. And so he's hitting me up on WhatsApp still. And I'm just like, it's over. You have gone back across the pond.
I'm back home normal and not fucking with you. Like,
yeah, he hits me up every now and then on Instagram. Like, I see you're still looking good. Yes, thanks. And that's all you need to do is hit me up on Instagram. He don't have my phone number anymore. It's changed since then. But still, yeah, leave it alone. Sometimes stuff is just for fun. You can try, but try once or twice and leave it alone.
And then leave it alone. Like, I wonder if I've ever just been like someone's out of town hook up and then they're like, bitch, leave me alone.
I wonder.
I hope not. Have you? This is random, but this recently happened to me and it was very inappropriate.
Oh.
But I also didn't really know what to do. I'm kind of like asking you for advice.
This is inappropriate. You think it's inappropriate.
I think it's inappropriate. You're going to think it's inappropriate too.
Okay.
Have you ever had a friend's boo thing slide in your DMs? Mm-hmm. And you are like, sometimes you're torn. I don't even open it because here's the thing. You know when you know somebody and they are going to stay with the person? When you know that someone's going to stay with someone that
like
is
no matter what,
that sent you a DM, do you tell them or do you just be like, I'm just going to delete it?
No, I don't say anything. And it also depends on which friend it is. How close are we? What do I think they're going to do? Because some people, and it's not even about whether they're going to stay with him or not, it's whether you're going to believe me or not. Because I have some friends that swear everybody is jealous of them. Everybody wants what they got. Everybody wants their man. Everybody wants all of their leftovers, all of that shit. And it's just like, that's not the truth. But the truth is these niggas be wanting you
Your
and
friends.
the crew. So, yeah, no, I think only one time have I ever told a friend that because I knew that she would trust me. And so I was like, I don't know why he's hitting me up, but it made me feel uncomfortable. So before I responded or said anything, I just wanted to let you know because I don't know what he wants. And I don't like it.
Could you imagine if he was going to propose to her? You need to lead with that nigga. Hey, look, just so you know, I'm planning a proposal.
Now, that has happened where a friend's man was going to propose, but he had my phone number and it was okay. So he let me start off the conversation with that, hey, I'm thinking about proposing, so, because won't need no funny business.
Now, let me ask you this. What if one of my boo things slid into your DMs? Would you tell me?
No.
You wouldn't? Why?
I think I would delete the message because I don't know how you would act. I don't know if you would get mad.
You don't think I would believe you?
I think you would believe me.
Bitch, I'll believe everything somebody say about a nigga. I'll be like,
no, I think you would believe me, but I don't know because it's like I also think about this. I know I'm not gonna respond to somebody who you're dating. So if one of your current boos slid into my DMs, I would rather just delete it and let you continue on with them. I'm not gonna do anything with that. So it's like.
Oh no, Kiki! I'm gonna need you to tell me.
You want me to
we
tell
see
you?
each other
Are you
on
sure?
a weekly basis. I am dead ass. Like
because sometimes people want to know and sometimes they don't. So I don't know that I would. But if you want me to, I could tell you.
Yeah, you gonna have to tell me.
What is he gonna say if he just says, "What's up"? You want me to tell you that too, or you want me to see what he wants first?
No, I would just if this is like a boyfriend. Yeah, I would.
Not a boyfriend, but somebody you're dating.
Someone I'm consistently dating. Yeah, I would want to know because it would be like if we're not like all a group of friends, I would be like, I wonder why he's hitting you up. Maybe does he want to work at the radio station? Like I wouldn't totally jump to like he's trying to fuck you. Yeah, but I would be curious.
Like what you want?
Yeah, I'm telling because here's the thing: if one of your boos slid into my DMs, I'm telling. I'm just screenshotting and being like, hey, I don't know if this is a mistake, but
not a mistake.
Because I don't want no issues. And you just never know how niggas gonna be. When niggas get mad, they
will lie.
Yes, and be trying to make it look like, and then it'll be like, well, he did send you a message and you did read it. Why didn't you let me know? And it'll be like, nope, I'm letting you know. Like, we're too close for that. I need to know.
Okay.
Is anybody in your DMs?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's never happened with you, but yeah, It's only happened a handful of times.
I don't understand why men don't just include that in bro code. Because here's the thing. The friend that this did happen with, I feel like I did tell her. And I feel like it just changes the dynamics of things because like, you're still gonna fuck with him. I'm obviously still gonna be your friend. We're gonna be around each other. He mad at me because I done told. But really, nigga, why'd you even try it?
Yeah,
I'm not the one to try. I'm telling. I'm a snitch. Like, I am not the bitch that's gonna be like, oh, okay, and I'm not gonna. No. It's just weird. Men are weird.
I don't know why they would do that. I always wonder that too. When you pick the friend that you're gonna try and test the waters with, why did you pick that friend? Did you think that friend was going to like sneak around with you behind her back?
Right. Like,
And then it'll make me wonder, well, what she said about me to make you think that if I don't really know you like that, you know, like you just know of me through the things that she said, and maybe we've been around each other once or twice. Why do you think that I would be the one?
Another scenario. What if it's a friend that y'all have had a threesome with the same guy, and it's her guy, but he hit you up?
Would I tell her? Yes. Yeah. I'm definitely, because we were already there together. Because I've said how I feel about the conversations afterwards. I feel like it needs to be all three of us, especially if the girl is my friend. Now, if it's a dude and he just introduces me to another girl, we don't all have to talk. You already know him too. But no, men are sneaky. I don't trust a lot of them. Most of them, 99.9% of them. So like everything I do it just makes me feel uncomfortable.
It's rude. And it's also, it is annoying though when you, even as a woman, when you meet a group of guys or you meet a guy and then you meet his friends and you pick the wrong friend. And then you be like, dang.
When's the last time you did that?
It's been a minute.
Because this happened to me a few times.
You'd be like, fuck. The other
I
one's
remember.
fine and fine.
Okay, remember when we were in Miami? This is like a Miami week. Okay, so remember when we were in Miami? This was right after I graduated college. It was Memorial Day weekend. And we ran into Voodoo Dick and your old boyfriend.
I was like depressed and sad.
But okay, they have another friend. And I don't know his name.
He's fine?
Yes.
Dark skin?
No.
Oh.
He was there, and that was the first time I saw Voodoo Dick in person. But then later, when I see them, and there's some pictures on Facebook, and you can see my face when I see the other friend, like, damn, he fine too. Like, what the fuck is going on here? But the other friend looked way better. And then I went to see him another time in a different place, and that friend was there, and I was just like, damn, the other friend is fine. And I'm just like, ooh, now he's not as fine anymore. He's going downhill, so that's good to see.
Oh.
He's not married.
I remember that weekend like it was yesterday. Do you remember I was like, what does he look like? Remember I was telling you to tell him I love him? Y'all, I was so sad. We had broken up and then we were in Miami, but Karen and I were with separate groups. And she saw my ex. I was like, tell him I love him,
So I was like,
please.
calling her like, girl, he's over here. I'm looking at him right now.
Is he with girls?
That was crazy. She was trying to get over there. Oh my goodness. And I was trying to be in the friend's face like, well, hey, how you doing?
That was fun and wild and
that was a good time. That was a good weekend. I would like another weekend like that, actually.
Me too. I had a friend this weekend who was on a date, and we were in a group chat, and she sent the girls a message and was like, you guys, I'm on a date, and how should I tell them that I want to leave? She was like, I'm going to try to just pay for the bill. And I was like, what?
How did we get there? Whoa. There's so many other options. You could just say, I'm ready to go.
You could just say, I started my period.
You could just text a friend, call me 911.
You could just be like, hey.
There's so many other things to do before we jump to paying the bill. Why are you going to pay the bill?
I said, whoa. And I love a woman who loves talking about how much money she makes, and she does make a lot of money. That's cool, but bitch, that's not going to make him leave you alone. You're looking like a sugar mama.
So wait, why was she so ready to go?
She said she just wasn't feeling it. She said she wasn't feeling the date, and she wanted to go home. She was like, and I feel like I make more money than him. And I was like, do you think? I was like, is that like a real big deal?
Yeah, it is. Okay, and here's why. This is what I've heard from some high earning women in their experiences. When they have dated men who made significantly less money than them, the money part didn't bother the woman. It ended up bothering the man. And in the end, it brought out way too many insecurities. So he wanted her to spend way less money than she was spending, but she spending her own damn money. And she was buying him shit too, but then he felt like he couldn't keep up. He was feeling inadequate, and he just wanted things to be done on a lower level, so he didn't feel so, what was the word he used to her?
Insecure.
Emasculated.
Oh.
And because she would just volunteer to pay for stuff because she's like, I don't want to change the way I live, and I don't mind paying for it for you so that we can do things together that
I love
like.
you.
Yeah, like they had been together for some time, and it just didn't work out. And she said that that's usually what happens in those situations.
That is interesting, though, to just like instantly cut them off when you like realize they don't make as much money as you. That's what she did. She was like, we sat down at the dinner, and I was like, oh.
Well, what was he? How did she realize he didn't make as much money? Was he just cheap with his money, or like what happened?
I really just think she was judging him because the bill hadn't come yet. She was like, I'm trying to pay for the bill, and I'm making myself seem weird and crazy so that he won't like me anymore. And I was like, I just think if you're on a date, why? We're grown. If we are on a date and we want to go home. And I asked a guy friend of mine this yesterday, why don't we just say that? I would rather you, that's the point of dating. I do want to know about myself. Now, not just for no reason. If you're not interested and you want to go home, I would like to know that you're not interested in me so that I don't end the date and then still be hitting you up.
Right.
And you don't really like me like that. Just, hey, I don't think this is going to work. Mm-hmm. Let's get the tab.
Yeah, and it's no hard feelings. You don't have to like beat me down about whatever it is that you don't like. But hey, it's not a match. That's the point of actually having a conversation on dates and not just taking pictures of food.
No hard feelings. Don't take it personal. Just because someone doesn't like you, you don't need to lock them in an elevator and question them about it.
Yeah,
Alejandro.
you did.
I really want to drop that nigga real name.
I really wonder like what was going through his head when he did that, because that is psychotic to me. But
the ego of a man.
So would you, if you met a man and he made significantly less than you, would it bother you?
I don't make that much. I'm like, nigga, we not. Hold up. Like, he making
like how you surviving?
How is you surviving? No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, but like, would it bother you?
No, okay. This is the dating now. Like my mind is so fucked up. If we really liked each other, like, and everything else, was there.
Yeah.
We're still romantic. We still travel. We still have fun together.
He just doesn't have no money.
Oh, he don't have no money?
Well,
if he don't have no
he can
money,
pay his bills, but like disposable income is at a minimum.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think it would work, because I am the type of person where like I want to do other things other than just work and go home and go to bed and have free dates. So I don't think it would work. I just don't think I would be, and it's better for him because I would not be happy. And when I'm not happy in a relationship, there's no telling what's gonna happen. Like I just turn into the biggest bitch that you could have ever imagined, and it's mean. So it's like I wish Carlos could chime in. He would be like, "Yeah, don't do it." So it wouldn't work because I don't want it. I don't want to become toxic, and I feel like that's what would happen because I'm not going to be happy. I'm be like, "Baby, can we go on this trip?" And I'm not paying for the whole trip. So if he doesn't have the funds to do it, I just don't think it's...
Are you okay with splitting it?
We're in love.
You're on that track. Maybe this trip could either make you fall in love with him really, or just realize you don't want to be together. I don't know. It's not like a long-term thing yet. Y'all been dating for, let's say, 6 months. You really like each other. You're not sure if it's love, but it's summer and you want to go on a trip. Are you willing to split it 50-50?
Yes. I have to. If those are all of the things and we really like each other, I would be okay with it.
Okay.
But we would need to have a conversation. Like,
there's an asterisk here. There was an asterisk.
We would need to have a conversation about it, because I think I would tell him, like, this is not what I normally do, and but I really am into you, and I don't want to count you out just because, you don't have it right now.
So is that message really saying, don't let this happen again? Yes, you got to get your money
back? It is. It's saying,
I'm doing this one time, but this is not
don't get
going
used to this. Yeah.
Okay.
It is. It's let's not get used to it, because
That's sweet of you, because I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'd rather, if we're going to have a girls trip, then I can have a girls trip with my girls. Like, girls
trip. Have you ever had that happen though? Have you ever gone 50-50?
No.
Okay.
On a trip, no. I haven't taken a whole lot of trips with guys, but no, never gone 50-50. Surprisingly, though, it's never happened where somebody invited me and they told me, like, we're going to be splitting this. And I was just like, So, just hasn't happened.
Have you ever flown your own self out to get some dick?
Yeah.
Okay.
To get some dick and some other things. Made a trip out of it. But yeah, I will do that sometimes, because sometimes, this is the thing, when you let somebody fly you out, you kind of, whether they say it or not, there's some obligation to see that person. If I get there and I change my mind and I don't want to see you anymore, I don't want to fuck you, I don't want to feel the obligation. So sometimes, depending on who it is, if it's an iffy situation, I would rather just buy my own. And then
feel
there's
you.
no confusion there. And it's like, maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't. If I'm going out there strictly to fuck, you need to buy the ticket. But if I have my own plans and stuff and it's like, it's in the air, yeah, I'll pay for my own. I ain't going nowhere where the ticket's too high anyway. It ain't going to be more than $300. You know?
Yeah.
Have you?
Now, I will say, I don't be doing that. If I'm going to see a man, he's paying. Now, no.
Do you ever go somewhere and make plans to stay somewhere for a while, see the man as part of the thing, but that's not your whole or main reason for going?
Home. Like if I go home. Yeah, it's like I'm already home.
You got a fuck buddy at home?
I used to. No, no.
I
I
don't
haven't been
have
home
one
in a
there.
minute. And my
When's the last
parents are
time?
selling their house. It goes on the market next week, I think.
Why are you so sad? You don't live
Because
there.
it was our childhood house. And I'm just
Oh.
like, Mom.
Mama and daddy gotta have a life too.
Right? Mama gotta have a life too, Jody. All right, y'all. We're going to move on to Indecisive Diane. And when we come back, we'll have some advice for you.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Diane, and let me tell you about this cute little vegan bar called Bar Vegan. It's in Pond City Market. Literally, when you enter, you go up those winding stairs right up top. The men are there, and maybe they're healthy since it's vegan. Go there, try out their drinks, try out the vegan quesadillas. Tell me how you like it. Bye.
Okay, and we are back from Indecisive Diane. And before we get to the advice, we want to talk to you guys about Talkspace.
Girl.
What?
Outside is open.
Oh, I know.
And expensive and stressful. So bringing up Talkspace is a real great idea because, like I said, outside is expensive, but Talkspace is inexpensive. So you guys can get a pocket doctor, basically.
Yeah, they're available on your phone. The Talkspace website has an app, so you can just download the app to your phone. It makes it super easy to connect with your licensed therapist. On your phone, you can talk to them, you can video chat, you can just text chat, like regular chat, and you don't have to wait weeks and weeks before your next appointment. You can schedule it on the app. Everything is done through the app, so you can go anywhere. You can be on your trip and not have to worry about rescheduling your session because, hey, your therapist is on your phone.
Yeah, if you guys have had any anxiety about, the world opening back up, expenses that you might have, you're not alone in this. I feel this anxiety as well. It's funny because the world was shut down and then we were like, oh, we're all home. And now it's like, wow, it's open. Like, what do you do? Are you trying to start a business? Are you trying to see friends? Do you want to go see family? It's important to find the support and the balance that you need to face some of these feelings moving forward as the world opens back up.
Yeah, because they've been talking about going back into the office, y'all, and that is scary to me. I don't want to do it, especially given how much traffic is in and out of that office building. Like, it really has me nervous. So I'm glad that I have Talkspace and I can talk to my therapist whenever, wherever, and it's just great. So we want you guys to use Talkspace as well, whether it has to do with things opening back up or any other thing that you could be going through in your life right now. Just make sure to use the code CockTales.
You get $100 off, you guys.
You get $100 off your first month of therapy, and it shows your support for the show as well when you use our code. So please use it. That's CockTales, and just go to Talkspace.com/CockTales. Okay, so now it is time for the advice. Remember, if you want advice from us, who we are not licensed therapists
At all. Go to Talkspace
but if
for
you
that.
just want to hear us talk about some stuff and you can laugh at the shit, then call us, email us, askcocktails@gmail.com.
Okay, this first piece of advice is actually, she's giving us some advice, actually. The title is Plan B Doesn't Work Always. Hey, ladies. I've been a listener since y'all were on the So Shameless Sex podcast. Oh, the Shameless Sex podcast with Amy and April. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
I fell in love with the two of you. You're wild, honest, and nasty. You keep me entertained and laughing. In your most recent episode, someone wrote in asking advice about how to deal with a dude who fucked her raw and came in her without consent. Many women, this exact scenario has happened to me. However, even though I took Plan B, I still became pregnant. The odds of which are 1 to 2% chance. I was shocked and devastated. Long story short, at the time, I was in an open partnership for 2 years and hooked up with a dude off field. I must have magic pussy because this motherfucker came so quick. The way Plan B works is that it delays or stops your ovulation. If you are ovulating at the time of taking it, it can be ineffective. It doesn't necessarily stop implication either, which is how I ended up pregnant. Anyways, after taking it, the unplanned pregnancy from a random dude was too much for my partner to handle, so he split. I'm already a mother of 2 kids, 11 and 12, Jesus, and wasn't prepared to have another, so I chose to have an abortion. My life has been flipped upside down by some dude who couldn't keep his nut to himself. Beware out there, ladies. These men have no regard for our well-being whatsoever. Needless to say, I learned a big life lesson from all of this. For now, I'm keeping my legs closed until the man of my dreams comes along. I'm better off with my vibrator than being some fucker's cum dump. I wanted to read that because when I read that, I was like, that's important to know. Plan B does not always work. And I'm like, wow, that baby.
I love to remind people of that all the time. Plan B doesn't always work, and birth control is not 100% effective. Even at its highest rate of effectiveness, that's when you take it exactly as prescribed, and you have to take into account things like being overweight, drinking, smoking, all that stuff will affect it. So y'all be careful out there. And like she said, Dame product, you can still use our code and get your little toy. And
that baby said, I am here to stay. I am going to be president.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, thank you for writing that email to us and reminding the girls who were asking for advice before. And if you guys want to send us advice or ask us advice, email us, askcocktails@gmail.com. Okay, now it's time for us to move on to the cocktails.
But if you ain't got a buck, I won't cover. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so stuck. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably see the stats in your face. Turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. Was a hoe.
You got an OG cocktail, Kiki?
That's for Patreon.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so this week we have a couple cocktails to share. Excuse me, that drink is going down my throat the wrong way. Email us your cocktails. If you want us to read it on the show, it's cocktails.atl@gmail.com, and maybe we will read it right here. Okay.
You got one?
Yes. Hey, y'all. I love the show. Wait a minute. Okay, I thought I had cut off the damn thing. Okay, hey y'all, I love the show and I listen to it every day, so let's get into it. I'm from the Bronx and I recently went to Atlanta to visit family. While I was there, I met up with this fine-ass light-skinned man who I met in Puerto Rico on vacation in March, and we fucked. The dick was heavenly. He's from Virginia but lives in ATL, so y'all know I had to try that dick again. I told him I was coming to Atlanta. He seemed excited to see me and we ended up going out for drinks. We got back to his place. I grabbed his face and gave him the sloppiest kiss ever. You know us New York women are aggressive. Yes, y'all are. You
and
really
the men.
I then proceeded to give him some head and even licked all up in the gooch. Let me tell y'all, he got one of the beautiful curved dicks that hits all the right spots. I would have ate his ass too if he let me. I then sat on his face. Girl, tell me why this man put his fingers in my pussy while I'm riding his face. Keep in mind, I popped 4 she orgasms pills before this encounter. Oh, so it was extra good shit. Okay, right after he flipped me over and started fucking me like he loved me, he spat in my mouth, and while looking at me like the little slut that I am, I did not want him to stop. The more he stroked, the wetter my pussy got. I squirted all over the sheets and was so proud of that dick. I then rode the dick until he came. Needless to say, them Southern boys got good dick.
You know, I say this all the time. When Janae Ayoku says in Pussy Fairy, that dick makes my soul smile.
Why you make that face if you smiling?
Because it's just, you feel it. I'm proud of that dick. Like, when you get proud dick, ooh, ain't nothing like it.
You know, I do love some Southern dick too. I'm just sitting here reminiscing. I can't think of the last time I fucked a man who wasn't from the South. Oh, I do remember.
I actually
that
can't
man
either.
who went and got married. That's another Patreon episode.
The Southern men do like to get married. Maybe not to you, but
Right,
to
to
someone.
somebody.
Thank you guys
Laugh through that pain.
for listening. This was a fun
We
episode.
appreciate it. So yeah, remember, sign up on Patreon, patreon.com/CockTales. We're going to have some more lives coming up every single month, new bonus episodes every single Monday. Check us out on there, and then make sure you're following us on Instagram. We're at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys,
Goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice mailbox that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.